Would you believe it if I told you that you can create a basic website in 15 minutes? With a simple drag and drop feature, you can even create a website all by yourself. You can easily create a website even if you have absolutely no coding knowledge. So for this, you definitely need to update all the websites. Hello Techphiles. My name is Raptavi. I'm here to share tips and tricks about current technology with you. So if you look at today's topic, I'm going to talk about a magic tool. Just 15 minutes, that's all it takes to create a basic, fully working website. Sounds unbelievable? I get it, you're probably thinking. But I don't know anything about HTML, CSS, or coding, not even the basics. Yet, it's absolutely possible. Don't worry. Even if you don't know all this coding, you can still easily create a basic website. If you're wondering how, if you follow all the tips I'm going to tell you, you can create a great basic website even if you're a student. So, is everyone ready to create a website in 15 minutes? The name of the magic tool I mentioned is Webiste. If you look at this Webiste software, it's a user-friendly offline website builder. It's a perfect tool for beginners. We're going to use this Webiste software to create a website in just 15 minutes. You can create a website by using simple drag and drop feature. If you look at this Webiste platform, there are a lot of templates. In that, you can choose a template you like and then drag and drop the blocks inside it. By selecting and choosing these kinds of blocks, you can create any type of website you want, just the way you like it. See, like I said, even if you have absolutely no coding knowledge at all, you can still very easily create a website with no effort at all. With this Webiste software, you can even create advanced websites extremely easily. So now let's see how to install Webiste. Open your browser. In that, search for Webiste website builder. In the search listings, the first one that appears, if you click on it, it will open the website webiste.com. Inside that website, you will see two options, Windows and Mac. Choose your option and download the corresponding software. Open the downloaded file and complete the installation. Post-installation, your website builder software is ready. After logging into Webiste, there are a few more steps to follow. Let's see what those are. First, when you open Webiste, it will ask you to log in. In this login screen, you'll see three options. You can log in using your Google ID, Facebook ID, or by using your email address. After you log in, the Webiste interface will look like this. If you go into this interface, first you'll see three lines at the top left corner of your screen. If you click on those three lines, a menu will appear, and within that menu, you'll find the account option. Click on the account option to continue. Once you're in the account section, you'll see another option labeled as app settings. Go into the app settings, and at the very top of that page, you'll notice an option called top toolbar. Inside the top toolbar section, you'll find three different options. I will make sure to enable all three of those. Everything below that is optional. If you look further down, there's something called a code editor, but that code editor is only for paid users. Yes, Webiste has both a paid version and a free version. Since we are just creating a basic website, the free version is enough for us. So you can just ignore this. All right, let's click OK and move on to the main part. Now, in the main window, open sites. Once you're inside, you'll see something like add new site. Click on that to start the introduction. A new window will open. In that window, you'll see the default name for your site. You can change the name to whatever you need. For our demonstration, let's name the site Best Photography. So after entering Best Photography as the name, if you look below, you'll see an option called Page Templates, right? If you look here in the Page Templates, the first option is Add Blank Page. This means you can use this option to design a page from scratch in Crash, allowing you to create a fully customized page. If I say I'm going to use a pre-designed template, then if you scroll below, there are a lot of page templates available. There is a themes option next to page templates. There are many themes in that page. The two options above are Start M5, Webiste 5. These are the only two that have free licenses. Everything else is a paid license. So we are simply going to click on the default Webiste 5 option. When you go inside, it will show the applicable page templates that are available within the Webiste 5 theme. What is your template's nature? choose the page that fits you. In this example, I click Photography Studio below. When I click, a pop-up appears for confirmation. Just click OK and your platform is ready. Now that we've added the template, and along with this template, all of the blocks and pages that come with it will automatically be added to our site as well. The blocks available on that page will be displayed to you. If by chance the particular template does not have the block you need, let's see how we can add it additionally. If you go to the bottom of the site, there is a plus symbol in the bottom right. The plus symbol is in the red one. Click on the plus symbol and a menu will appear. Once the menu opens, you'll notice a list of blocks displayed on the right side, arranged from top to bottom. For example, you'll find options such as menu, header, and other important sections. The block you're looking for will be listed there as well. Take a moment to review the available options in the menu to locate it. Now for our sample site, I want to add a photography image gallery as an example and as a sample for best photography for demonstration purposes. For that, if you look at the appropriate block, there's something called gallery and slider. As soon as I simply click on it, a submenu opens up within that menu. That is, within that block itself, there are different sub-blocks. Whichever block I like, I can simply select it and then drag and drop it, for example. I select my very first option, then click on it and carefully drag and drop it right over to my side on the left, placing it exactly wherever I want. As soon as we dropped it, it appeared on the site now, right? Next, let's see how to do customization at the block level. Now, I want to customize a particular block. For example, on our photography site, there's the first page. On that first page, if you look at the background image, I'm going to change the default photography image. To change it, I click on that particular block. As soon as I do that, at the top right, there are 3 dots, and next to those 3 dots, there's a small blue spinning gear. That's called the block parameter. If you move your mouse over to the block parameters and click on it, a small menu will open up. Now, if you look at that menu, you can see various block parameters. For example, I just clicked and you can see size, its associated parameters, then what can be shown, what can be hidden, background, and so on. So now the task we are going to do is change the background. So in the background, the image option is already selected. The image that's already there is being shown in the preview, but I'm going to remove that and add a different image. So what am I going to do? I'm going to click on the preview image. When I click, a pop-up opens. In that pop-up, I selected the local image from my system, the image I shot, and clicked OK. Once I clicked OK, the old image was replaced and my image appeared in the background, as you can see. So this is how you can go into each customizable block and make whatever customizations you need. I'll tell you about the things you can do quickly. For example, if you want to change the color in a particular block, you can just click on that block's parameter and change the color. Buttons, then icons, and a variety of aspect alignments like this. For example, you need to change the alignment to left, right, or center, things like that. Next, you might want to set the font size or change the site's color. Let's see how to make these kind of high-level changes that affect the entire site. Now let's look at what changes we need to make on our site. Usually, when changing things at the site level, people change the font first, then the colors. Let's see how to do this. Now, I'm going to the main menu on the left. At the top left, click the 3 lines to open the menu, and from there you can go into the sites. If you move your mouse to the site, you'll see 4 or 5 options at the top. One will be a brush icon. Click it and edit site style will open. Here, you can change the color, set your preferred colors, and then the font you can see available font options and choose whichever you want. You can change the font size if you want. There are a few more options. Take a look and change only what you need. If you leave after making changes and then come back to the block will reappear as before. So what we just saw is that you can customize things at the site level, or you can also customize at the block level. All those little things and details inside the sections within a block can be changed using the block parameters. You can modify absolutely everything you need there if you want. To change your site, just edit it. We've added a template and customized it. But one key thing remains: content. Your website needs content, which goes in these blocks. Click a block to add or paste content You can also set colors and other options in block parameters. This is how you update your website's content. Header. If you look into the site, the item visible at the top is a very important aspect. In this section, there are mainly two things you absolutely need to get right. One is the name and the other is the logo. If you want to change the name, click on the header block. As I mentioned earlier, you'll find the block parameters at the top, right click on that. Make sure that the logo, name and brand name are all enabled inside. If they're not, you can enable them yourself. Once you enable it, you can click that block and make any changes you need, like changing the name as you wish. If the logo is set to default, which is the Webiste logo, you can click it and replace it with your own logo. Similarly, you can explore many options like icons and other features within the block parameters. Change whatever you want and make sure your changes makes your header look really beautiful, okay? Next is the footer. In the footer, you'll mostly update your company's information. What do you usually include? The company name, address, email address, and your social media links. Make sure you update all of these in the footer. The header and footer are very essential parts of a website, like the head and tail. They're mandatory elements. The first thing people see when they come in is the header, and then when they finish browsing your website, they'll search for your company information. So make sure to update this on every website without fail. I understand if you're wondering why you need to do all this customization and thinking, can't we just use what's already there as it is? Dad, you definitely need to do customization, because only customization will give your website have a unique look. That way we can stand out from other competitors. Reflects your brand. Brand importance depends on customization. It gives a professional touch and attracts more visitors. Learning Webiste is pretty straightforward for beginners. Let's see more in the next video.